It's not a sin to Zyn. What is that? What even is Zinning? I don't know. We're going to cover it here all today on Speechless. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Speechless. I'm your host, Phares, 23-year-old conservative college graduate, still an activist, doing my best to bring you guys some amazing content here on YouTube, and to make sure you don't miss a minute of it, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think, share it with your friends, all that fun stuff. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to support the show, I need a new camera. My other one broke, and so I'm using a webcam, so please consider checking out my Cash App, Venmo, anything like that, which will go to upgrading my equipment. If you want to support the show and support me and support these messages and the news, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But let's get right on into it. So Zinning. Now, if you're of an older generation, you might see the only way to consume nicotine would be through smoking a good old-fashioned cigarette, maybe a Cowboy Killer or some Camels, who knows, some menthols. Well, the Democrat tirade and their priorities are being shown evidently as Chuck Schumer. We all know Chuck. Crying Chuck Schumer. He wants to get rid of this thing called Zinning. Now, what is it? Now, it's kind of like dip, but it's not. Instead of being kind of the consistency of chew that chew is, it's this little pouch of nicotine you tuck in your lip, and you get it. And a very famous individual has become kind of almost a pseudo-influencer for Zyn, but I want to take a look and a listen first at Chuck Schumer discussing the great sin of Zyn.
Leader Chuck Schumer is calling for federal action to crack down on a product called Zyn. He says the nicotine pouches pose a danger to teens as they use them as an alternative to e-cigarettes.
Pouch packed with problems, high levels of nicotine. So today I'm delivering a warning to parents because these nicotine pouches seem to lock their sights on young kids, teenagers, and even lower, and then use the social media to hook them.
Senator Schumer is urging the FTC and the FDA to investigate Zyn for concerns relating to marketing and health effects. We reached out to Zyn for comment, but have not yet heard back.
They reached out to Zyn for comment, but haven't heard back. No, so here's the thing is the fentanyl crisis, and it's stemming from the southern border, not an issue to Chucky. No, the rampant crime and homelessness and honestly, opioid epidemic and pretty much every drug epidemic of illicit substances, not a problem to Chucky. No. The inflation currently going on, not a problem to Chucky. Oh, but little pouches full of nicotine, a pouch full of problems, as he would say. That's the issue that we should be focusing on. Look, here's the thing, is I don't want to sit here and act like a nicotine addiction isn't a bad thing and couldn't have negative health effects, especially if it starts from a very young age. However, it's one thing to urge parents to be wary of what your children do, while also trying to solve the bigger issues that America is currently facing. It's another to be blatantly attacking them. But I ask, why could this maybe be happening? Look, here's the thing. I don't think Chuck Schumer would have ever heard about Zinning if it wasn't for one man. And I guarantee you this one man is somebody that Chuck, I almost gave it away, Chucky, doesn't like very much. And so let's take a look and a listen at some of these clips of the man, the myth, the legend, Tucker Carlson discussing Zyn.
Zyn is not a sin. Zyn is a life-saving medical product that enhances male vitality and mental acuity. Zyn is like the hand of God reaching down and massaging your central nervous system. Zyn is not a sin.
Wow.
That's like a total winner, dude.
That was good. Yeah, that's amazing.
Right?
So there's that one. And look, to an extent, Tucker kind of has a point. Nicotine is shown in multiple studies to increase testosterone, so thus male vitality, and it also is shown to have potential positive effects on mental acuity. Now, that also ignores the heart effects and the cardiovascular effects that can also have depending on how you take it. Zyn, not as much on the breathing system as like a vape or a cigarette would, but it will definitely have cardio effects. in terms of the fact that it restricts blood vessels and then tends to raise blood pressure. But outside of all of that, it's still getting looked at being banned. I want to show this other video because Tucker has gone very viral for his support of Zyns. Take a look and a listen at this one.
Gentlemen, you've lost control. This is the greatest day. Do you mind if I run for it? This is incredible.
So that noise you're
I
hearing,
stand
if you're
in
just
awe
listening, is a very, very large, I think the world's largest package of Zyns being delivered for Tucker Carlson through helicopter with the Nelk boys. So keep watching.
I stand in awe before this. This is a conventional tin of Zyn. This is the largest Zyn tin in the world. The volume of nicotine in here could save the world. There's enough nicotine in this container to alter the course of history.
That's how you negotiate a ceasefire.
100%. And just drop this in, and everyone's like, you know what? I'll calm down.
That's how you negotiate a ceasefire.
Gentlemen, you've lost.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. But what I want to get back to is the point is, so Chuck Schumer is going after Zyn, and I'm willing to bet that one of the only ways he would have ever heard of it was through Tucker Carlson. So in a way, is this a slight jab at Tucker Carlson? Is that what Chucky's doing here? Is this a slight jab at Tucker Carlson? That's the first thing. And I find it really fascinating because it could be that. It could be that. And I don't really know. I don't know what goes on in his mind. I mean, I assume it's nothing good, but maybe it's a jab at Tucker Carlson. The bigger thing that I want to talk about when it comes to this and Chuck Schumer and Democrats going after Zyn is twofold. First off, it's apparent that real issues that are going on in America, I mean, even if you just want to make a direct comparison of fentanyl, are not of a major importance to Democrats and Chuck Schumer. That's the first thing. But the second is, could this be also just a bad policy move for the fact that it is alienating a base? It's alienating a base. Young Zyns are very popular with young people. While just a few years ago, vaping became the new trend among for nicotine intake for young people, it's now Zinning. Zinning is the big thing. And I'll admit, Zyn is definitely healthier in at the minimum of the lack of negative effects on your lungs. It is healthier in that respect. Still has some potential negative health benefit or negatives. However, with the attraction of young people, especially young college males in particular, could this be Democrats alienating that base unintentionally? Look, there's been a lot of instances in which causes have pushed a lot of people to go from one party or another. Then, I mean, obviously, there's the very emotionally charged issue of being pro-life or pro-choice pushes you towards one party. But heck, there's even been people that social issues and of a smaller nature than that of abortion have been able to push people to different ends of a spectrum. I'll give you a perfect example. In 2023, if many of you are as old as I am, you may remember that Bud Light decided to have a certain controversial man be their influencer. This man, Dylan Mulvaney, pretends to be a woman. This caused one of the most successful conservative boycotts, if not the most successful conservative boycott in United States history, in the history of the world, honestly. And that pushed so many people to reevaluate the gender ideology that is being it's being pushed by every radical leftist as well as even moderate Democrat. And many are now considering a more conservative viewpoint on the issue. Now let's look at this. Chuck Schumer goes after Zyn. Zyn's target market? College-aged men. I guarantee it. I don't have the numbers for it, but I guarantee it, especially with those that influence it, such as Tucker Carlson and the Nelk boys. Who is also trending conservative right now? College-aged men. So, who are they alienating? Look, many of them probably weren't going to vote Democrat anyways, but this will definitely push them over the edge. Now, there's also even the potential, and again, I don't know this for a fact. I haven't seen every study, But Democrats have shown again and again and again that manly men are not what they want in this world. And given the fact that in some studies, Zyn and nicotine have proven to increase male vitality, increase testosterone, by getting rid of it and by keeping it out of the hands of anybody, of any man, could they potentially be pushing to get rid of manly men? Who knows? I don't know. I know that sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. But 15 years ago, it would have sounded crazy that a man would pretend to be a woman and you'd be a bigot if he denied it. So I don't know. I thought it was a funny story, though, and interesting. But everybody, somebody check on Tucker Carlson, because Chuck Schumer obviously is taking a jab at him. And we'll see what else comes out of this. I'll keep following it. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it, as I'm sure many other people would. I'll keep having my live streams at some point, probably on Sundays, so make sure to tune into those. And don't miss a minute of it. So like, subscribe, share, comment, all that fun stuff. God bless you. God bless America. And until next time, you've been watching Speechless.